song yet?
The theme song is new at Sideshow Live. New at Sideshow Live. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Clip that. Put that at the start of every show.
On a loop.
Good news,
dances
Robin.
too.
We got a theme song.
Yeah.
It's all about the shoulders in the theme, I think. It's about the shoulder movement.
New at Sideshow Live. Good morning, everybody on Facebook group, and YouTube, and Twitch, and Periscope. It's new at Sideshow Live. It's Thursday. This is your premiere. Anyways, this is your premiere stop for all of your pop culture info, all your pop culture news, and everything going on at Sideshow Live. Everything new at Sideshow Live. I'm here with Andrew and Amy. This is, by the way, Alex, Andrew, Amy, AAA Thursday. That's what today is. And Rob.
And this guy.
And me.
And Rob.
And
Rob's
Rob.
also here.
That is the story of my life right there.
Guys, I think it's Pirate Thursdays. It's AAAR. So if you just
R. All right, it's Pirate Thursdays.
Sorry, Thor. It's no longer your day.
Sorry,
Thursday.
You're out of here.
It's
Well, he is a pirate angel, right? He is a pirate angel. This is still Thor's day.
And Loki took Woden's day, so we're, it's all over the place.
Loki took it? He just took that?
Yeah, it's very
With that
upsetting.
Disney money.
Yeah. He's got that Disney money. So good morning, everybody. So, Rob, let's pull up that schedule up if you don't mind.
It's like the 6th good morning we've had.
6th good morning. So new at Sideshow Live, already on the rails perfectly. We're going to start with today at Sideshow, which is what's going on with streams and giveaways. Then we're off to now at sideshow.com, where we're going to be highlighting some awesome products and the deal of the day, of course, which is, I guess, the deal of the day. My favorite thing, and I think everyone's favorite thing, is collector community, where we get to see your awesome collector photos. Then we're followed by pop culture headlines, which someone here might know something about that. And then from the blog. We need a theme song for From the Blog, if anything. And then we end it with This Week in Gaming. So let's shoot it over to Andrew.
Happening today. Guys, we've got this stream. Thank you for watching it. Let me also tell you about the giveaways that we have going on. So we have, to begin with, Venom number 35, 200th issue anniversary fine art print by Marco Mastrazzo on our site, running until June 25th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. That is side.show/symbiosis. And that print is so cool.
Pink is not a color you'd usually associate with Venom, but he wears it very well in this piece.
That purple and the pink together, like, whoa, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Turns out he's a bit of a summer.
Congratulations, Venom.
It's Venom Girl Summer. Is that
Hot symbiote summer?
Hot symbiote summer.
There you go.
And that's why you're the boss. Next up, we have the Vampirella real symbiotes wear pink on Thursdays. We've got the Vampirella fine art print by, oh boy, okay, I'm going to do my best here. Sun Kamunaki, is that correct?
Sounds good to me.
I think so.
Okay, well, that's on our site until June 25th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Side.show/blood drive. Who makes these? Is that I love that.
Rob's like, these take me 5 minutes, and in reality, he's up all night drafting boards and everything.
I don't sleep.
He's just got like a bulleted list, and he's like, no, that's not it.
No.
Just want to answer single songwriter on YouTube. The answer is yes. Okay, next.
Next up, the Thor Infinity War 6-scale figure from Hot Toys, our newsletter giveaway, running until June 30th, 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Pirate Thor's Day.
Pirate Thursday. You can check that out at side.show/newsworthy, which is...
That means when we get together next Thursday, it's going to be a new giveaway.
I can't even believe it. It's going to be over. What are we going to do?
I don't know.
We have to say goodbye to Thor.
I've
Alex?
cherished my time with him.
We're going to do the news like we always do.
Like we always do. We're going to do our jobs.
We're going to do our job. And those are the giveaways for today.
That is fantastic. Those are good giveaways. Everyone enter. And like I said, single songwriter, the answer was yes. Anyways, now we're going to go over to Amy with Now It's Sideshow.
Now at Sideshow, I'm going to be letting you guys know what's now at sideshow.com for your browsing and product purchasing pleasure. First up, we've got the Wonder Woman fine art print by Ji-Young Lee. The strength of the Amazons lives in her. In this dynamic portrait, Princess Diana of Themyscira wields her lasso of truth with incredible speed and skill. Bathed in its golden glow, Wonder Woman is focused on the fight ahead while the battlefield burns around her. Sparks and embers fly in the wake of her lariat's path as she protects the world of mankind from dangers untold. You can check this one out at side.show/lie detector. And I believe that there's a giclée version, but I think there's also an aluminum version to this print. Really kind of get that. I love the lasso glow and how, the lighting is so dramatic here.
Yeah, those little embers kind of zipping around.
Yeah, that's a fabulous effect.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable drama. You're about to like give up your life story. Like, shouldn't you be in the moment, you know?
Yeah, maybe you're the one that she's going to lasso of truth.
That's kind of how I see it.
Cool. Yeah, I do like the way that the viewers can interpret sometimes the relationship between the character and themselves. I like to imagine there's a bad guy in between her and you, but you never know.
It might just be me.
It might be Alex.
Yeah.
What's the secret to your beard care routine?
That's something we should all know.
No, you don't want to know.
All right. Well, up next, we've got a bad guy from the other publishing house. We've got the Sabretooth 10th scale statue by Iron Studios, of course, part of their amazing X-Men lineup. Sideshow and Iron Studios are proud to announce the latest from the Battle Diorama series art scale 10th scale line, Sabretooth. Based on the Marvel Comics version of Sabretooth, this polystone statue is hand painted, limited edition, and you can see that he does have the Sentinel. He's got, I can't tell what part of the Sentinel that is, kind of looks like a finger or a wrist. And he's got some of the Xavier's Mansion base. All of these pieces are phenomenal. This does not connect with the larger Sentinels, but it makes a great standalone piece. And you can put him against any of the other characters who are invading the mansion or the grounds of the school. You can check that out at side.show/badcat.
Bad kitty.
Bad cat. Squirt bottle not included. Don't recommend squirt bottling your collectibles. This is a hand-painted, limited edition piece from Iron Studios.
The thing with these two, by the way, is the wood. Like when they had the whole Sentinel thing and all the other pieces that went around it, the wood just looks like wood, and it's such a weird thing to be hyper focused on. But I do that.
Yeah, it's the detail they've got in these are amazing. Oh, congratulations. Charles Tate says on YouTube, I just got the notice. Mine is shipping today for the Sabretooth. Congratulations. He will be
Very
too
nice.
soon.
Yes.
All right. And then up next, we've got the octopus figurine by Inesco.
This is my favorite.
Does what it says on the tin. Presenting a most striking collection of contemporary sculpture that is both emotionally evocative and fiercely modern. This is designed and sculpted in England by Matt Buckley at his studios in Shropshire Edge Sculpture. Sorry, there's multiple sentences here that I'm misreading. There's a comma. Edge Sculpture is a collection influenced by style rather than subject. The mix of form, light, and texture gives a unique feel to each stunning sculpture, including this amazing octopus. Loving the orange and kind of green and subtle blues that we're getting in this piece. That is kind of like it looks like an octopus sculpture that is cracked and reassembled, maybe in some way.
I love this whole animal line that they do. They have the bear, and they have octopus, and they have
little baby gorilla.
The baby gorilla. Oh, I love this whole line. But the octopus is
so
like
beautiful.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Matt Buckley. That is really, really cool. And you can check that out at side.show/inkjet.
Oh, guys.
I
don't think I'm allowed to say the full line.
We've got Disney snipers watching us now. I think we're Oh, that's cute. He is not. Yeah, he is not a printer, but he is an inkjet.
He is an inkjet. That's adorable. That's a good one, Rob. Pat yourself on the back for that one because I can't pat you on the back.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
All right. And now We've got a deal of the day.
Yes. Ooh.
I could have taken that the Yu-Gi-Oh way as well. We were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh on the comic call yesterday. The deal of the day. All right, we've got the Shard Mortal Trespasser premium format figure. You guys, that woke Andrew right up. You guys know how we love this thing. Shard is the first living, breathing mortal to ever set foot in the underworld. To better prepare for the harsh environment of the realm of the dead, the former Templar Knight is adorned with armor forged within the capital city of Ilverness. The fine bone filaments of this protective encasement were woven around her form by the osteomancers and artisans of the dead. Shard is currently, or usually, $29.99, but you can take 50, count them, $50 off with the code MORTAL, MORTAL, and get free US shipping by going to side.show/dual wielding, and that's DUAL wielding. She's got Faith Bearer and Seraph's Woe, a beautiful, beautiful fabric cape that does have wire that you can pose. And this is a great starting piece for the Court of the Dead collection. And if you're not sure what Court of the Dead is, go to courtofthedead.com. You can check that out. A amazing original horror fantasy property. Matt Frieda says, I don't know who that is, but I want her. That's also the great thing, is if you don't know what Court of the Dead is, it's just a great stylistic piece for horror and fantasy collectors. But Court of the Dead is Sideshow's own original horror fantasy property, in which the afterlife is a place. There is an underworld, but heaven and hell have been at war with each other for eons, and humanity has been lied to about one being the good place and one being the bad place. In fact, they're both equally corrupt, and it is up to Death, the All-Taker, the Shepherd of Souls, to steal away souls that he has to otherwise harvest and give to heaven and hell, to create a rebellion and rise up against heaven and hell. And this is, again, as we mentioned, the Mortal Trespasser. She is the first living, breathing mortal to set foot in the underworld. I have a variant version of her. Which way do I need to go? Behind me.
Look at that.
Boop.
Right there.
Boop.
That is Mourner Fidelis. That was a limited edition variant they released. But you can, again, take $50 off with the code MORTAL and get free US shipping at side.show/dual wielding.
That is a great deal on that piece.
And Rob, this is
Yeah,
for you.
seriously.
Liza Sella says Sideshow has the best short links.
Thank you, Liza. Thank you. We try. We aim to please.
Oh,
That's the royal we. It's all Rob.
it's all Rob.
All right. That's
all
our
right.
deal of the
Deal of the
day.
day. Thank you,
Sorry.
Amy.
That is
All right.
That is the first, last, and only time I'm going to be doing that.
No, you're going to do that every single time
Yeah,
now.
that's-
I'm having it put into some sort of contract. I don't know.
It's canon now.
In fact, I'm going to record that, and when it's our turn to do it on every other show, like I'm just going to put that video right in the middle. Did deal of the
Oh,
day.
no.
That'll be great.
Is there
All-
a canon for this show? Is there like an established
That's-
canon?
There's established canon.
Yeah, if there's a Popo Decast profile, I believe there is established canon for this.
I think
There's
so.
Yeah. By the way, Andrew, I love that Popo Decast now exists in the human form now. But that's a whole other story. We'll talk. We all know that.
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. All right. So before I move on, real quick, I just want to remind everybody who's just joining, if you're watching in the Facebook group, Electric Geek Sideshow Facebook group, Facebook page, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, make sure you're commenting, subscribing, telling us how amazing we are, and hitting that notification bell so you're always aware of when we are going live. So that's all right. That's out of the way. Now we're off to the best part, my favorite part of the show. Oh, almost. Collector community.
Collector
Rob,
community.
take it away. This is my favorite.
All right. So, welcome to the collector community. If you haven't, it's your first time joining us, this is where we gather up images submitted by fans and collectors from all the corners of the internet that feel comfortable sharing their pictures with us. And we get to share in their joy. If you'd like to know more about how to do it, check out side.show/how-to-share and upload some images, or you can tag us in social media, but that'll have all the details of the various ways you can submit your images for collector community.
From the
And
comfort of
blog
your own.
posts.
Yeah, from the comfort of your own social media profiles, or direct to our website.
Yep. So first up, we have Cable. This one was submitted directly by, I'm going to try and get this right. Is that Johan Galvis?
Yeah.
That's the Cable PF, and he submitted that directly to our site. Just love the lighting on this, and I want to see more of the statue community kind of get involved with interesting takes or angles or pictures, because there's so many, great views on these pieces. So it's nice when they highlight and provide good lighting and some of the background out of focus like that, and really showcase the pieces.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
this
cool
was
that
a
it's like
great
that
example.
time vortex is kind of blurry in this
Yeah.
one, and I think that's kind of makes it kind of cool. Maybe
Yep.
Charles, who just got his shipping notice for the Sabertooth, will submit his.
Yeah, put some Sabertooth in here.
Yeah.
All right, and then next up, this is going to be a big one. It's going to take up a lot of the screen, but it's worth it.
It's worth it.
The Boba Fett. This is the Boba Fett
Ooh.
quarter scale from Hot Toys,
Oh, wow.
actually. And this was submitted.
What?
Yeah, this was submitted by Instagram profile at Oat Planet. And yeah, that is the quarter scale Boba Fett from Hot Toys, and just using that lighting to really showcase all of the details, especially in the paint on Boba Fett's helmet and the pauldrons, just really kind of highlighting all of the cool details that go into these pieces.
You can
So
really
that's not like a set photo, because
Yeah,
you really see the dent too. The dent is like extra
Yeah.
denty.
That's
It's
so
al
cool.
dente.
Al dente, yes. Al dente. See, wordsmith.
It's pasta.
I like how subtle it is, though, because it doesn't need some super exaggerated pose, because that's who Boba Fett is, the very kind of cool, collected bounty hunter. Just simple but elegant.
Yep.
Single songwriter on YouTube says,
really
wow,
does.
looks like a scene from the movie. We agree.
Yep.
We agree.
All right, and then lastly but not least, I always torn on how to say these ones. Spider-Men's? A cadre of Spidersmans submitted directly by Don Mark Mendoza.
It's a pack of Peter Parkers.
Oh my goodness.
That is how they are being
What is a
labeled
pack
from
of
now on.
What does a pack of Peter Parkers pick? Like, what do they,
Pack of Peter Parkers picked Peter Parkers.
I don't know.
But I mean, just a great pose for the three figures, and getting them all together like that. Are they all? No, the upgrades from the movies. I'm going to say the other two are from the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, the posing on these are really great, man. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Are these 6-scale figures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I'm like kind of like freaking out, because like me, I'm not as good as posing my Spidersmans, and no, but these, like, Don Mark Mendoza went for it. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Three really good poses that work so well together too.
Yeah.
And the use of the iron spider legs to kind of keep your view within the main, it almost looks like they're encircling the others to just kind of keep the line of sight all wrapped up nicely.
Yeah, you're following your eyes. Yeah, that's.
I mean, the composition of the posing along with the camera angle, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like you walked into the wrong side of town. The wrong friendly neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mysterio's like, oh, I
I left my wallet at home. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh. But
Anyway.
That's what we have from the collector community today. Like I said, if you are interested in sharing your images, head over to side.show/how-to-share.
We want to see them, please.
Mm-hmm. Keep them coming.
Liza Sella on YouTube says it's called a web of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's
a plural.
That tracks.
Yeah.
A web. All right. That was awesome. A
verse?
Intense. That's why it's my favorite, because I get very emotional over these. So let's bring up that schedule real quick just to see what the rest of what's going on. So we just had collector community, and then we are moving on to pop culture headline, which is going on. What is going on in the world of pop culture? Then we're off to from the blog, which is what's going on in the world of our blog, and then this week in gaming. So,
which is what's going on in the world of
gaming. In the world of whatever I just said. All right, Andrew, I'm passing it over to you for
the pop culture headlines. I am going to walk you through. Are you okay, Amy?
Oh, no, yes. I was just getting excited to listen.
Oh, I was worried because Hoarder66 says that you were on fire, so I didn't know if I missed something. Like, are you okay? But
I think that was the Peter Parker.
Oh, Peter Parker. All right, good.
Any number of my bad jokes. No, I'm very excited to listen to the pop culture headlines live.
Peter Parker picked a pack of pop culture headlines, the official Avatarverse podcast, Avatar Braving the Elements has launched. It's hosted by Jeanette Varney, who's the voice of Korra, and Dante Bosco, the voice of Zuko, and of course Rufio. I will never forget that he is Rufio, and if you do, go back and watch Hook. He's Rufio.
Yeah.
The show will feature rewatches and interviews and so much more. So that is available now, the new Nickelodeon podcast, Avatar Braving the Elements.
I can't tell you how much this warmed my heart when I saw this headline. I was like, new podcast.
Yeah,
I have
Rob's
to
going to be listening to it.
You hear Avatar and you're like, okay, is it the blue ones or is it the elements?
Yeah.
That's why you got Braving the Elements. I think it's well named, well clarified. And I mean, even the art is so lovely, like bringing it just back into the show. Because this new art, especially made for. Anyways, that's a whole different thing. Let me tell you about our next pop culture headline from Paramount. Paramount announced their next Transformers film, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. And the battle on Earth is no longer just between the Autobots and Decepticons. We're joining in with the Maximals, Predacons, and Terrorcons. They're all joining the fight. Thank you, Alex. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts already has its release date, June 24th, 2022.
Oh, so not
There's
too far away.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and I'm a little behind on my Transformers flicks, but I didn't know we were at this level of elevated fightitude. Like, it's getting intense.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a cat fight.
Okay.
Wait,
If you want to stay up to date on all of the pop culture headlines and sorry, I'm stuck at the cat fight. We do pop culture headlines every single day of ever. So whether it's weekends, holidays, whatever, we've got you covered at side.show/pop podcast, or if you prefer, side.show/popodcast. Hopefully you're here in the comments right now sounding off.
So, by the way, Suniquion, I'm totally butchering that screen name. It's 1 year from today.
Look at that.
Transformers movie. Exactly
Yeah.
1 year from today.
We're a year from the next Transformers movie. If you're ready for Beasts, well, then you're a year away.
Yeah, you have 1 year to prepare yourself. And
You have 1 year, yeah. Get your cat claws ready. I think Alex has got a head start, but I think...
And I have to bring this up from Tenchi Masaki. A pack of Peter Parkers picked a pile of personal problems, but JJ don't care. Now get him pictures of Spider-Man.
Well done.
You guys remember when I dressed up as JJ? Jonah Jameson?
Yeah,
Mister?
I remember that. I remember that very well.
It's one of my fondest Halloween memories.
Yeah, that was definitely the best, one of my favorite cosplays.
Because you did the pop culture headlines as J. Jonah Jameson, didn't you?
I did. I don't know how I convinced the team because we were all in the office doing it. Now I have a little bit. I'm doing it all kind of on my own now. Yeah. But like back then, I had to get like 5 people to check off and be like, Andrew,
approved.
Okay.
And still no pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're gonna get. No one sent you a. Well, we just got one.
Thank you.
John Mark Mendoza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they're all a menace. Okay. That's the pop culture headline. Side.show popodcast.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Oh, wait. All right. Now we are going to From the Blog. I always try to make it ominous. It's never ominous, but like I want it to be. Rob, why don't you have a graphic of blood dripping down or something for me? Come on.
Joe was actually trying to change the theme of From the Blog yesterday. He wanted a more upbeat tone was singing Jenny from the Blog. So that's another alternative.
That's another alternative.
We have.
Right. Well,
we'll take your comments, questions, concerns, and suggestions. Thank you.
So Amy from the Blog.
All right, we got a couple of articles for you guys. First up, we've got DC Heroes Without Powers. DC Comics is home to the stories of Wonder Woman, Superman, The Flash, and more. Nearly every character that we follow has unique powers or abilities that enable them to become superheroes. But what about the characters that aren't necessarily super? Do you only qualify as a hero if you're born on a distant planet where everyone has earth-shattering strength? Absolutely not. In fact, some of the greatest heroes don't have powers at all. We take a look at them over at the blog on side.show/powerless.
Cute.
Not to be confused with, wasn't that the name of the the short-lived DC series that was like kind of like Marvel's Damage Control.
Was it? Was that Cole Powerless?
Was it?
I believe so.
I think so.
He's
We
Andrew
don't
saying.
talk about
Or
that.
It had
we
op-ed.
don't talk about that.
Did.
Up next, I have sorry, there was someone calling me on my computer, which I didn't know was possible. So I had the iPhone ringtone going in my brain while I was trying to. It's done now, and we've got another blog for you guys.
And by the way, you are
Can't take
correct, Amy.
Can't take multiple transmissions. Thank you. I want more shows like that. Like I'm stoked that we're
Yeah.
getting the TVA and Loki, but like I want Damage Control. I want the superhero insurance, like the insurance claims lady who has to deal with like Spider-Man just totaled your car. Yeah, we got a policy for that. Anyways, this has nothing to do with that. The next blog we've got is Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe, or MOTU if you're feeling like it. MOTU revelation behind the scenes. Smith confirms that the show is hoping to pick up where the original series from the 80s left off, not just with the story, but also with the audience. He explains that the first 10 minutes of the show will feel quite similar to the tone of the original series, a bit childish and happy and sweet, plus the animation will be updated. Then about halfway through the episode, there's a twist where everything changes. Those kids who watched the show in the 80s have grown up, and so did the tone of Masters of the Universe. You can check this out at side.show/Jersey Guy. There's a cool behind-the-scenes video. And a little bit more details. We've got that series rapidly approaching. So if you're a fan of Kevin Smith, if you're a fan of Masters of the Universe, I will be very interested to check this out because I've learned that Sarah Michelle Gellar is Tila, which I was not informed of. So I have to watch. No one told me. No one.
All right, someone's going to get in trouble for that.
Everyone failed. But I loved the new She-Ra series, and I know that they are worlds apart. But having tried to watch both the classic Masters and classic She-Ra, I was like, I need a little bit more something with this. It just wasn't my age. I was too young when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't think I was even alive when it came out. But I've tried to go back and watch. But I love what they're doing with these new versions of the properties. Don't look at me. But
Where'd Amy go?
I'm very excited to check this out. So I think Kevin Smith is exactly the person to tackle this. So you guys can, again, check that out at side.show/Jersey Guy. And you can read these stories and more at sideshow.com/blog. We've got fresh blog content for you every single day, including a blog form of the pop culture headlines if you like to read as well as listen with your ears, and just general fun content popping up all the time. Sideshow.com/blog.
Perfect.
Boom.
Wonderful.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. But yeah, I can't believe no one told you about Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's very upsetting.
Yeah.
Why is Sarah Michelle
watched-
Gellar like an important actress to you in some
She's
regard?
from some
Cool.
underground show that
She
no
was
one's
in,
ever heard of.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, that's the one.
Oh, Scooby-Doo. That's the
Sorry, I
one.
love those Scooby-Doo films, unironically, but we're not talking about that.
We're
Rowan
not talking about- but
Atkinson
they are
is
good.
my hero.
I do enjoy those Scooby-Doo movies. I mean, Scrappy. Oh, spoiler alert.
Scrappy's scary.
Yeah, Scrappy got scared. All right. So we're going off now. We're going back to Rob. We're going back to Rob for This Week in Gaming.
Oh, you brought your controller.
I can play this game too.
Well, I mean, if we're all gonna.
Oh, there you go. Oh, PC Gamer. There you go. PC Gamer.
There we go. Button masher.
I love it.
All right. So this week in games, we have some Alien Fireteam Elite news, which I am very excited for. The upcoming co-op shooter from Cold Iron Studios, set 23 years after the original trilogy. You play with 3 players working together. It's very much like a Left 4 Dead style.
That's what I was going to say. Amy's going to like this style.
Yes. Yep. So it's teams of 3. You can choose from 5 different classes, and then they can customize the weapons, cosmetics. There are 11 alien varieties that you'll fight and 20 enemies in total.
Wow. I'm a very big fan of this universe. So
yeah, and they just launched, they just released a trailer and gave it a firm release date of August 24th. PS5, PS4, Xbox, all the Xboxes, and PC. And the trailer looks so good. And if you know that pulse rifle sound, hearing that going off during the gameplay trailer was just like I have to play this game. I've got to play this game.
All right, we're teaming up in August.
And I've
except for Andrew. because the rest of us are
Okay. All
controlled.
right. Yeah.
I've been wanting like a good Aliens franchise game since back in the Atari Jaguar, because that was a system that I always wanted because it had Aliens vs Predator for it,
Yeah.
and you could play as all three different. You could play as Predator, you could play as Aliens, or as
Or
a Space
human.
Marine,
Yeah.
and they all had different abilities. And I never had a Jaguar, so I couldn't play it. So now this is my
Oh.
chance to finally get in that universe.
Your childhood realized.
Yep. All right, and then we have a little bit of news from Nintendo. Nintendo looks to be partnering with Forever Entertainment. So the Polish publisher announced a deal to publish several more Switch titles. Nintendo confirmed the deal. And they're responsible for the Panzer Dragoon remake, Fear Effect Sedna. I never played that one.
Never played that
But-
one either.
Yeah, apparently they have a pretty extensive library that they've been publishing to the Switch. So Nintendo has announced, and they've both announced that they're partnering up for several titles.
Joshua Manette says, "Ooh, that's my friend's most recent game," because working in the gaming industry.
There you go. So it looks like it's going to be a strong partnership because it's not just for one or two games. This is supposed to be a pretty substantial financial investment that Nintendo is making in Forever Entertainment. And
Yeah.
like Forever Entertainment has already published a bunch of games. So this could be a pretty big deal for Nintendo coming down the way.
So we're
Just
getting
kinda
a lot of
shoring-
games coming to my Switch.
Yeah, because this obviously Nintendo already has the very strong first-party games, so now this is another way to them kind of bolster a big third-party support. So, bit of big news for the Nintendo fans out there. Or
Nice.
potentially big news. And that's what I have news-wise. We have a couple releases dropping, a few of them.
Yeah, just a couple.
A couple of them. Dark Alliance coming to the PlayStation, PS5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, and PC June 22nd. So you can already go ahead and get that one. Elder Lilies, Quietus of the Nights for the Switch and PC June 26th.
Oh, wow.
Lego Builder's Journey for the Switch and PC also June 22nd.
Which, by the way, Lego building stuff in games, a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Where are my Lego builders at? Where are my Lego? We have to have some Lego builders watching right
I
now.
lose so much time every time I start playing one of those Lego games. I just, I'm like, oh, I'll just play this real quick. 40 hours later, I'm like, well, I've got to get all the bricks.
Yeah, I love the sound of I'm thinking like the Lego Star Wars when the characters start assembling something and it's just this little click, 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 click sounds and
Yes.
the magnetizing all of the Lego studs to you. So it's just like, yes, just give me the blue studs.
It's so satisfying.
I wish that was life. Though, like you could just walk around and just like coins just start flying at you.
Take
They'll
them
probably
all.
hurt.
Like a low grade Magneto.
Like a Niffler?
Like a Niffler. Well, Nifflers actually they do work. I don't want to do the work part of actually going and stealing.
Oh,
things.
okay.
I just
I
want to
misunderstood. Yeah.
I want the coins to just fly at me, but I imagine that would hurt a lot.
All right. And then we also have Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX for the PS5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC June 24th. So all
I'm
of
back.
the fans of the original, he's back. Alex Kidd, you can't keep him down.
Can't keep Alex Kidd down.
Can't keep a good kid down.
Nope. And then we have the Eternal Castle Remastered for PS5, PS4, June 24th. Here's a big one that I know a lot of people are going to be fans of. Mario Golf Super Rush for the Switch, June 25th.
Mario Golf
Nice.
was always fun, and I don't like. I'm not, nothing against golf people. I'm not a golf person. I'm not any sports ball type of person, but I do like Mario Golf. That is a lot of fun.
That is, I'm of the camp. I'm in a Mario Golf camp, not the, what was it?
Someone's excited about that Lego Builder's Journey.
Thank
It
you,
is
Lego Calrissian.
Lego Calrissian over on YouTube. Well, what have we here?
Oh, very well, very nicely done. And then to finish it out, we have a Scarlet Nexus for PS5, Xbox X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, June 25th.
It's for a lot of things.
Yeah. And another one for the Switch gamers, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, June 25th.
Yes. Which I've brought up before in maybe another stream that Greg Crayola Simpkins, who does stuff with us and Unruly, he worked on Tony Hawk 2, I think.
Did he really?
Really?
Yeah, I think he was working on. He did some of the art stuff for Tony Hawk 2.
So cool.
Yeah.
And for the skaters, you know what else is coming out this summer? Skatebird, finally. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's like a little indie title that I think it went to Kickstarter a while ago, but it's basically Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but you are birds on skateboards. You are tiny birds on tiny skateboards.
There was a fantastic game trailer this week for a game called Wizard with a Gun, and that animation was so beautiful. It's not. I think it's like a roguelite. It's not really my kind of game personally.
I'm just thinking of the Kermit meme.
But the
ultimate spell.
Yeah.
Wizard with a gun, and what's the other one I need to look up? Skatebird.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like my kind of game.
Like, and I'm not kidding. Like, I'm very excited about Skatebird.
So are they? So is it like the normal size birds that be skating around? It'll be like a coffee, like a soda can,
like,
or to be a huge obstacle for
them.
Yeah,
or a tech deck, kind of like it's like a bird on a tech deck.
Cute.
That's awesome. That's
but
awesome.
Like, the community is hoping that there's a hawk in the game named Tony, or it's all for naught.
Yeah, then it's worth.
That's a missed opportunity.
Matt Friedis over on Facebook said that, I guess you're talking about Mario Golf, is running around hitting each other out of the way while racing to the next hole. Special clubs with abilities, awesome maps, and lots of Waluigi and Wario. Once you put Wario in anything, I'm sold. Wah! I think that Wario should be in every game as a playable character.
So sorry, is this a video game or is this like a new Nintendo Land like in-person experience?
Oh, this is what Matt's doing on the weekend.
Yeah.
I would pay top dollar for that to be installed at Nintendo Land.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I mean, you could put Waluigi in like Mass Effect or something serious, and I'd be like, yes, he belongs here.
I'm there.
I like the implications of that.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sorry, Rob. Were there more?
That's all we have for new releases and news in gaming.
All right.
I'm still waiting for Behavior Interactive. Unfortunately, I guess it was last week or so, on the 15th, they launched their Resident Evil Dead by Daylight chapter. It's been great. I hate the Nemesis. I hate his zombies so much. But the Raccoon City map was immediately causing crashes and gameplay errors and causing people to disconnect. So they had to disable it. So no one's been able to play the Raccoon City map for the last week and a half. They just put it back in custom, but it's still like under the caveat of like, if you play a custom map or a match on this map, it might crash your game. But it's not ranked online available yet. So Behavior, please, I know you're working as hard as you can. Please fix the Raccoon City map. I want to play.
Amy wants to play. I just want to get back to Tony Stark, Tony Hawk. I want to get back to Tony Hawk. I want to get because that Pro Skater was like my whole 90s.
Yeah,
I've been playing Level Up with Sir Sideshow endlessly. It's the only game I'm like, I did it. Now I can play it.
Level Up with Sir Sideshow. So I hope everyone
now,
who's
you
watching
go into the debug mode, cheat infinite Sims money and.
Yeah, can you please send me that cheat?
Yeah, if you just press space enough times, you should.
There's a little bit of finesse involved, but like you can get it it's the space bar.
It's mostly just space bar.
It reminded me of my childhood playing Mario Brothers, which I still to this day, the original Super Mario Brothers, the original one. I've beaten 2, 3, 4. I've beaten all except for one. I've never beaten one. And this reminds me of my failures. So thank you, Andrew, for making me relive the biggest failures of my life.
I'm terrible at it too. I'll play up until you hit like a ledge, and then I'll stop playing and just listen to the soundtrack because I had such a great time with the soundtrack. I'm like, do 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 do, and I just get into it, and then I'm gone. I don't play anymore. So I'm like.
For anyone, you can still go to side.show/play and you can still play and get as frustrated as I do.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So
not sure if the previous prizes were they're enabled still, but you can play, test your skill.
There should be an update.
And brag about it. Brag if you can beat this game like real easy, please brag about it. We want to hear you telling.
I want to see a speed run. Where's our YouTube speed run?
There have been speed runs, and it's been cool. I saw a speed run that was not just like get to the first, but like get first and hard mode. And I also saw someone make a GIF of their interaction with Mort. I want to see as many. We were talking about Tony Hawk. You can kickflip Mort, right? Like, do you guys know that? Because that was a really formative part of my experience when creating. I just wanted to make sure you could kickflip Mort. I thought that was a really important part of the game.
It's a very important part of the game.
Oh, no.
Everyone, please share your photos, your frustrations. We would love to see your joy and frustrations over playing that game. Side.show/play. So, all right. So that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank everyone, all three of you, for hanging out with me and making things go smooth, because I don't have word powers.
We were off to a little bit of a weird start, but I think we brought it back together by the end.
We got it back together by the end. So thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, leaving a wonderful comment about Sir Sideshow and his adventures. And thank you all. And don't forget to let your geek side show. See you later, everybody.